Shubman Gill has addressed the media ahead of the second test against England, and a couple of pointers have actually caught everyone's attention. They have turned out to be the major highlights. One is regarding Jasprit Bumrah, and second, a possible combination for India in the second test at Edgbaston in Birmingham. Now let's address the first point here on Jasprit Bumrah. Shubman Gill has confirmed that Bumrah is available for selection in this particular test. Now let's just see, the timeline of events with respect to Bumrah and his fitness that have come in the last few months or so. Bumrah had actually suffered a stress reaction on his back in the Sydney test. After that, he missed about 3 months of action before returning to the IPL. And straight away after that, when he was drafted into the squad for the England series, one thing that was confirmed by the chairman of selectors, AajTak, was that Bumrah would not play all the test matches against England. It would be about 3 or at max 4 test matches. And that's one of the points that was also highlighted by Gautam Gambhir after the Leeds test, that we are going to keep Bumrah for just 3 matches. We know how important he is to the Indian team. Now, he bowled about 44 odd overs in the first test in Leeds, and after that there were clearly question marks whether India would want him for the second test, because obviously there are going to be more important test matches as the series progresses. And this time around, in the optional practice session, Bumrah did bowl at full tilt, and after that, in the practice session that took place yesterday, he did not really bowl much. He was with the team for a warm-up session, but then the others who were actually doing their full drills were AajTak, there was Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna. But this time around, in case of Shubman Gill, he has confirmed that Bumrah would be there. He is available for selection, but a final call on his availability will be taken after the next session that's going to take place today. In case of Bumrah, one thing also Shubman Gill confirmed here, that it wasn't pre-decided by the Indian team that which matches Bumrah would play in England. It could really be 1-2-4, it could be 1-3-5, depending upon what the team wants. It could very well be 1-2-3 also. But the position that the Indian cricket team is in currently in England, they are 1-0 down. They would want Bumrah to play the second test, but then that's not still confirmed, and a final call on his availability will be taken after the next session today. The second point, and obviously the most important point as far as India's possible playing 11 is concerned, well, Shubman Gill has all but confirmed that India are going to go with 2 spinners for the second test. He clearly said in the press conference that in the first test, the series opener, India missed an extra spinner, and even if that particular spinner does not really take wickets, can still restrict the run flow, and that was clearly lacking in the Indian bowling attack because they leaked a lot of runs across both England's batting innings here. So who could really be the 2 spinners this time around? Well, it could be Jadeja, Washington Sundar, it could be Sundar, Kuldeep Yadav, or it could really be Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. Who could them be? Well, it hasn't really been confirmed by Gill here, but he has all but given a surety that India would field 2 spinners for the second test. So who do you think, could really be those 2 spinners? And do you think that Bumrah would find a place in the second consecutive test? Well, tell us your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. And very shortly, we are going to be back with a live dugout discussing about the big preview of the England versus India second test and the other major talking points of the Edgbaston test.